everyone, and thank you for joining us today on this episode of Strengther, a special initiative by CXO Digital Pulse. In this series, we shine a light on the compelling tales of resilience, courage, and innovation told by women who have marked an amazing mark in the industry. Our guest today boasts an impressive tech marketeer experience and currently is serving as head of marketing for Couchbase. Please welcome Nithya Krishnan.
Thank you, Pratik. Thank you for this opportunity to come and talk and voice my opinion.
Great, Nithya. So, Nithya, while many of your colleagues would be knowing you, but we have a very vast audience, and for them to understand Nithya as a person, we are starting with a rapid fire round where we would appreciate very prompt responses from your end.
Sure.
So, we'll begin with the first question. One word to describe your leadership style.
It's a great question, Pratik. I think the one word that I would definitely vouch for is empowering. I believe empowering, promoting a culture of mentorship and uplifting other women to achieve all that they can to their fullest potential.
Great. Best way to unwind after a long day.
So I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter. For me, it's important to just get outside if I can, whenever I get the time. I do some light exercises. I'm a yoga freak. I bicycle with my kids. I do my slow running. I just enjoy all of this. I'm a swimmer. So these are the things when I have time during the end of the day. I love to unwind. And of course, I do spend time with kids. Yeah.
Great. You have many outdoor activities, I would say.
That's right, Pratik.
Okay. Which is the most used emoji on your phone?
Smiley always.
Great. So you're an ebook person or you prefer traditional books?
I would say both, Pratik, right? When we're traveling, ebook is just so convenient. But when I'm back home and if I have time to just, read up books, I would prefer the traditional hardbound books, which you can just flip through, feel the pages, and, those are the ones that I enjoy reading as well.
Great. And one valuable lesson, Nithya, that you would have learned from a failure?
So I think, Pratik, here, I think one valuable lesson I've learned from my failure is resilience, right? Failure can be, incredibly discouraging for all of us, but it also presents as an opportunity for us to grow and to learn, right? Embracing failure with resilience means, also acknowledging our setbacks and giving us an opportunity to learn from them, right? And using it as a stepping stone for us to take forward on our future success, right? So that's where I totally see failure as.
Great, Nithya. That was a great session, I would say. And now we'll move towards the main questions for you. So, starting with the question, we delve more further to your journey. We understand that you wear multiple hats. You in your professional space and in your personal space with your kid, with your husband. And women have this ability of wearing multiple hats. It is termed as a strength for us, particularly when we are balancing both the lives for us. So, can you share some insights on how women can effectively create and leverage a balanced ecosystem to foster more progress in their career space?
Pratik, for us as women, the key thing is for us to be able to juggle, right? Juggling between the different roles and the different hats. But also let's think back a step, right? I mean, a lot of it that we're able to do is also because of the kind of support that we get from the ecosystem, right? And for me, especially, Pratik, it's my family. It's my husband, my mom-in-law, my parents, all of them, who literally help me put things together, right? Whether it is sharing the household responsibilities, right? As simple as just cooking and cleaning and childcare and, just the basic stuff. Of course, in India, we have the luxury of having support that we can get from external as well. But I mean, your family support is crucial, right? Whether it's your
Mhm.
husband, your closest people in the family, right? I mean, they lay a strong foundation for us to also be able to achieve externally and professionally,
True.
right? Equal parenting is another thing, Pratik, that I would speak about, right? I mean, all the way, I have little kids, all the way from feeding them to, bathing, to playing with them, to getting their little homeworks done in place, right? I mean, it's co-parenting, right? At the end of the day, it's
Mhm.
like everyone takes equal responsibility. And also the emotional support, right? The encouragement,
Mhm.
especially during your challenging times, right? That happens quite a bit with the industry that we work with. So, I mean, to have a strong pillar is a big added advantage, right?
Completely agree. And while these pillars of strength, be it your husband, your children, and the other support family members that you have, how can organization provide that kind of environment, a supportive environment that can further in that inclusivity support or any other aspect? So, what's your opinion on that?
So here, Pratik, I'd like to cover on, a few topics, right? At least addressing the top key pointers that I think is crucial for us, right, as an organization.
Mhm.
See, we have a lot of women leaders, but leading by example is a key thing, right? Mentorship plays a big role as well, right? Collaboration, leading with effective leadership, and also other women who've been successful in the industry who can actually share their best practices, help other women, uplift other women as well. It plays a
Mhm.
big role, right? That's one of the key pieces. Second thing is addressing unconscious bias, right? Women need to work, especially the leaders, need to work towards addressing that unconscious bias, right? And the gender stereotypes that we see within any organization, right? Make sure we keep raising those issues, implementing some strategies, and, really track and mitigate the impact as well. And
Mhm.
also, we've all been through this COVID situation, the lockdown, the work from home, now virtual work, and now hybrid work. But, advocating that work life balance as a whole, right? For
Yeah.
women leaders, I think those are the key pieces that we can really advocate for, right? Which helps us build that work life balance, the flexible work, the parental leave, the childcare support that we may need. I mean, it's a journey overall, right? Women leaders have this unique opportunity, Pratik, to drive
Mhm.
positive change, right, in any organization. And I think, we are the key people who need to step up and help build that balanced and inclusive ecosystem, right, that can really foster the entire career progression itself for us as individuals.
Okay. And as organization are investing in gender equality and providing all these initiatives, from your perspective, why is it so important to have these initiatives in place? And what kind of benefits, as per you, you have observed or anticipated from such investments from the organization?
Pratik, so here are the few points that I wanted to highlight here as well, right? I mean, when you hire with diversity, there is also diverse perspectives that the company
Mhm.
gets, right? The thought process, creating a balance in the whole decision making that plays a big role, right? Enhanced employee engagement and retention as well, right? Um,
Okay.
Equal opportunity for both the male and the female. It brings in the fairness and inclusivity, right, as a whole. So those are the
Mhm.
key things that I wanted to highlight. And overall, with all this, right, it's also an improved corporate reputation that you build once you have these in place, right? The commitment that they build with to bring in the social responsibility and ethical business practice that they bring in, right? This
Mhm.
enhances the corporate reputation overall, right?
Okay.
And it also helps, if there is a way, this can scale up to reducing the gender pay gap, which is a whole different topic as well, right?
Mhm.
I mean, it's about giving the equal access to career advancement, being fair, right, with compensation and the benefits. So it's all of these, Pratik, that I wanted to highlight as a whole.
Okay. And while all these, I would say we are making those small efforts and taking those initiatives from our side and even organization, and we have created a good base for the future. But when you look upon to the future, are there any unique trends or say unique opportunities that you see emerging from these steps that we are taking at our end, especially for the next generation of female leaders?
Surely, Pratik. Pratik, to be very honest, sky is the limit for us, right? Women are leading in many fields. I mean, they're redefining across several industries. Just as an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Flying jets. Avani Chaturvedi was our first woman, right, from India Air Force who was flying a fighter plane, right?
Yes.
Then you have Falguni Nair from our startup industry, right? Where
Yeah.
did Nykaa even exist, right? It's such a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful platform. We have some of the best Bollywood stars like Alia Bhatt and Katrina Kaif who are co-investors into that platform,
Yes.
right? And these are some of the examples, Pratik, where literally sky's the limit. There's nothing that women can't achieve, right? And with the whole new ways of work, with the virtual hybrid work, I only see that women can take on more, remain in workforce for a longer time, and take on much leadership roles than they are right now out of India, and
Mm-hmm.
being able to take it on from across the globe.
Okay. And while women are progressing and accelerating in their career space, how would you like to define or say measure success or a failure?
So, Pratik, overall success is all about creating a positive impact, right? For people around you, for your teams, for the company as a whole. It could be even, personally, not just professionally, right? Within your family. It's about creating those smiles, right? That is what is the measure to success, when you're in profession or whether it's your personal life. I mean, being able to, in my profession, I mean, it's about, all about building the entire, ecosystem, from the marketing engine, right? That itself
Mhm.
is a huge success. But overall, this creating a positive impact, right? That's what I would highlight on. And failures, of course,
Okay.
we have to accept failures, right? And we always learn from it. And one of the examples I can give you was from my previous job, right? I had a very limited developer marketing outreach expertise, right? I took it on. I took it on as a key challenge. I learned from it. I fine tuned my strategy, on the job. I learned, I scaled, I delivered. It helped me reach out to millions of developers from across the country, right? And we're the second biggest developer market in India.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't call it a failure, but there's a lot to learn, right? I mean, some of it we step in, but then there's a lot of learning and a lot of stuff that we need to work on the job. So that's just an example.
Okay. And with this, we are coming to the last question of us, Nitya. So, as this is a run up to International Women's Day and we are celebrating it, is there any specific message that you would like to give to the women leaders out there or aspiring females who are joining the workforce?
Definitely, Pratik. So, when it comes to Women's Day, see, first of all, you and I accept that Women's Day is not just one day in a year that's celebrated, right? I mean, something that we always want to be able to take that up as a serious effort that we put in across throughout the year, right, and the years to come.
Mhm.
So, every woman is unique and they're special, and that's something to be celebrated. We have come a long way and we've made great progress towards gender equality. But I think one of the key pieces is to never give up, right? Let's continue to work together to break barriers and to create a more inclusive world, right, for every one of us. I think that's my key message.
Great, Nithya. It was amazing having this conversation with you. And I'm sure the kind of message that is being given by this conversation will inspire many women out there who are either entering the workforce or are there trying to climb up the ladder. Thank you so much for having this conversation.
Thank you, Pratik. Thank you so much.